will, that force unseen, the offspring of a deathless soul, can hew a way into any goal.
It's so great to be on your show. I've been such a fan for years, and I feel so honored. The people talk about Les Brown, how great of a speaker he is, and he's definitely one of the top 5 speakers in the world, but he's a great father. And so my whole purpose in life is to put motivational principles in hip-hop form and pass it to this next generation. High Hopes is actually an acronym, and it stands for hip-hop intellectual going higher, helping other people everywhere soar.
That's right, baby. How old are you?
I'm 24 years old.
Okay.
Come on now, I gotta watch it.
Family, they'll be there for you.
To me, you know, Les Brown, one of the all-time great motivational speakers, has taught his son, John Leslie, the same lessons, and except he's taken those lessons of motivation, what you put in your brain and what you think you can ultimately become. And with John Leslie, what I think he brings to the table is something very unique, leveraging the art of music, hip-hop, and just really hip-hop and rap, and combining with some very powerful words that could change people's lives. We're hungry for high help!
Trust the source. You were born to win, so be confident. Don't back down for nothing. Face the storm and trust the source.
When you're born to win, it's just like being born again. So be confident. Don't back down for nothing. I got the king.
Guess what? I'll never hear anybody say, "Oh, I want to be a failure when I grow up." But guess what? Guess what? I don't feel like failure, but people do grow up and they do nothing with their lives. Hold on 1 second. Let me see something. I remember when I was in my freshman year, I got terrible grades, right? I don't even want to tell you. And my dad, he put me on punishment before he saw my report card. That ain't funny. And I said, "Hold on, Dad. I know you haven't seen my grades. I've been checking the mail. You know, how do you know I'm not doing well in school?" He said, "I don't need to see your grades. I don't need to talk to your teachers. I can tell that you're not doing well based on how you're using your downtime." I got quiet too. I said, "Okay." I went back to my room. I had to think about it. What is this thing called downtime? What is this thing called downtime? I had to figure it out because it was giving me away. You know what I'm saying? So I thought about it and it came to me, and this is the first thing I want you to write down. The reason why they call it downtime. So I'm gonna give you a definition, a new definition for downtime, if you ever hear that term. The reason why they call it downtime is because that's the time when most people engage in the activities. The reason why they call it downtime is because that's the time when most people engage in the activities that prevent them from going up in life. The reason why they call it downtime is because that's the time when most people, not everyone, but most people engage in the activities that prevent them from going up in life. If you're going to make it on Broadway, whether you're an entrepreneur or you're starting on band, what you're going to have to do is in your downtime, you're going to have to engage in Broadway activities. So you have a different mentality, a different way of looking at things. And see, when my dad put me on punishment, we didn't have timeouts in my family. No. We had some real serious punishment. He took away the keyboard from my computer so I could only see my screensaver. Took away my television privileges. Took away my phone privileges. He put me on room arrest, which meant 2 meal breaks and 1 bathroom break. Don't laugh. Then he took the door off of the hinges of my room and said, every time I walk by, you better be studying. Oh, jeez. You feel my pain? Oh, that was it? Okay, that was it. And guess what? And my dad has a sense of humor. So he would walk by my room and fake knock. You know, like, oh, no need to knock, young man. I can tell you're reading. And even in that time, I was so committed to not doing my best because I felt like if I started to get good grades then, it would just prove him right. And he would use the punishment later to try. It was crazy. So I wouldn't even study. I would just read motivational books because that's what I was into. And I came across this quote by this great thought leader. His name is Jim Rohn. And he said this. He said, your life, my life, the lives of each and every one of us will serve as either a warning or an example. Your life, my life, the lives of each and every one of us will serve as either a warning or an example. Raise your hand if you ever seen some warnings. Some people, how they live their life, you're like, not me, I'm not going out like that. And on the other hand, if you've seen some bright examples, some people, you're like, this, you got it going on, man. Okay, that's great. Many people are in an environment where they don't have any. They talk about it being successful is having definiteness of purpose. The fact that you can say right now, oh, I have a plan for my life, I have some type of vision, I have this goal for this band, and we are going to blow up one day. When you're talking about your seeds of hope, I want you to speak about it with passion. Okay? I want you not to be iffy about it. And when you think about a seed and how tiny and fragile it is and what it has to do in order to break through the dirt and the rocks to plant some roots and to actually go, you could imagine having that one little idea what it can blossom into. Just that one thing. I had one idea. I was going to be the first motivational speaker with the #1 music video. That was my idea. Wait until you're older. I think it's crazy for the people to ask, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? That implies that you got to wait until you're old in order to actually do something with your life. Do it now. I was making cheese when I was young. 3 to 4 days a week. Traveling and speaking because I chose to do what they making y'all learn how to do now. And they didn't have that in my school. So we talk about higher standards. And what are higher standards? What does that mean? It's not about always making the right decision or having some do-gooder instinct. It's about knowing what you've got. It's about knowing how powerful those seeds of hope are. It's about knowing, I said, hey man, if I could do these speeches in corporate America, I could get on the radio. Shoot. Me a chance. I never made a song. I didn't take any classes on it, but that was my vision for myself. I remember the first time I went in the studio. I was like, okay, yeah. Turn my mic up. Okay. I got a dream, something like Dr. King. Let's teach your children that money isn't everything. I got a dream, something like Dr. King. Let's teach your children that money isn't everything. I got a dream. No, I didn't say a drink, but don't let the party stop just because a player thinks. I would never rock any diamond I was pink, but will you value my mind more than you value my mink? You know, I was having just because.